What is up, you guys? It has been what feels like forever since I have recorded, but you know what? I'm not beating myself up for it. I am simply jumping back in, and I am here to chat with you guys. Today's topic is burnout, and this has been a video I have been, I don't want to say dreading for a while. However, you know, the topic is what it is. I am coming from you in my most natural state. Shout out to us moms, the mom bun. All my kiddos spent the night at Mama's house last night. I have an early doctor's appointment this morning, so I was like, what other time is better to do this than now? So here we are. Okay, so I'm all hair and makeup. I'm on my way to my doctor's appointment, but naturally I'm completely out of gas. So, mamas, where has burnout led me? Burnout has, I haven't vlogged, filmed in, I believe it's been 2 months. And in that time, like, my oldest has graduated preschool. I feel like that's where I kind of fell off of filming, and I got naturally really emotional. And I don't know, like, does anyone feel like with their first, like, the experiences, they're not more special, because that just sounds like, if you have multiples, that just sounds rude. But they're just so unique in that you are literally learning alongside with your firstborn and experiencing everything that they're experiencing for the first time. You are as well. And I don't know, I don't know. Him graduating preschool, like, it really, I don't know. I really sat in it for a while, and I remember feeling really anxious, and so much so that I believe that's when I rubbed off all my eyelash extensions, and I kind of had like a Britney moment, and it just kind of spiraled. What else has happened since I filmed last? Now 30 weeks pregnant. And yeah, here we are on our way to a doctor's appointment. And I'm just like, I'm 30 weeks pregnant. Like, this girl is going to be here in the blink of an eye. Now, what does burnout look like for me? Burnout looks for me like not shaving my legs as much. Burnout for me is I'm not hanging out with my friends. I'm running from pretty much any other social opportunity that comes my way. I've obviously been trying to move my body while being pregnant. However, you know, I don't know, there's like this weird feeling sorry for myself aspect that comes with when I get burnt out. And I really feel like I've hit that somewhere in the past 2 months since I talked to you guys. Now, with my burnout, I feel like my diet has kind of been all over the place. And I know I'm pregnant and I'm trying to satisfy all of my cravings and all of that. But I really am just like, I think that's also had a big part of like my energy levels, and just like, I have felt in the past, I'm trying to put this in the past, my burnout, that I'm just like, I just don't even have the energy to make lunch, or I just don't have the time to get myself a nice meal. I'll just go through the drive-thru, which, whatever, that's a whole nother topic for discussion. But diet for me, like, when I'm burnt out, I'm eating out more, I'm cooking less. I'm just like tired just thinking of all the dinners I have to make soon. Making dinner every night. Can we just talk about this? Making dinner every night for little humans who are sometimes incredibly picky. It's like just so daunting some nights. I'm like, what am I even gonna make? Let's just have a moment of silence for all the dinners that don't get eaten. Burnout for me is also like, you know, I'm touched out. I feel emotionally like over capacity, feeling all of the feels within my own head, all while trying to balance the kids and everything else. Like, it just becomes too much sometimes. There's too many balls in the air. I wrote down in my notes for this episode, I wrote down, like, it's the keepy uppy lifestyle. Shout out to Bluey, if there's any Bluey fans watching. It's just like, there's too many balloons floating. There's too many balls in the air, and you just cannot keep up. There's no balance. Reflecting back, like from the moment Corey graduated preschool until now, like it's just felt like a roller coaster. The reality in motherhood is like sometimes it's just too much. There are too many great things happening. I'm touched out. I'm tired. I've had no self-care. I haven't taken the time to move my body for myself. Carved out the time for myself that fills up my cup, whether that's, a solo shopping trip or a pedicure, which I ended up getting one of those recently, and it was so magical. I can recognize I haven't done the pedicure thing. This is my first pedicure since being pregnant this far. So I was like, okay, Dre, you're 7 months pregnant. You go get your freaking talons handled. You know what I mean? So I'm really trying to, just honestly having this episode in the back of my mind has really it's helped me kind of focus and be like, okay, Dre, you have to film your burnout episode soon. Like, when the heck are you ever going to do that? Like, we need to take a minute to decompress and to just say no to whether that's just, something kind of taking more of your time or, something a little more taxing that you don't want to do. It's like, enough is enough. I'm going to sit down and film this finally. This morning, I got to visit with my mom a little bit. She herself has a lot going on because we all do. So, this morning I was like, okay, visit mom and do my makeup. That's just something that brings me joy. Like sitting down, doing my makeup, trying to fix my hair, is something that always makes me feel better. It never makes me feel worse. Filming was like one of the first things that I cut. Like once I started feeling overwhelmed, a couple months ago, like I was just like, I don't have time to do this. And furthermore, I can recognize I put a lot of pressure on filming and making it look okay. And like, I want you guys to actually enjoy what you're watching. And like, I don't want it to feel like, okay, Dre just put a sloppy ass video together and this is motherhood. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like any content creators online that I watch, I can recognize that I like to watch them because it feels like an escape for me. So, my apologies for the delay in getting out another video for you guys, but, just know that like, I want this channel to be a place of escape for you ladies. And, although I know, you guys want me to feel like 100% supported and like I can come on here as a hot mess mom and vent to you guys. Like, I also don't want it to just be like, okay, Dre's losing her mind on YouTube. Okay, so before I even like created this channel, I envisioned an episode talking specifically about the 6 S's that I believe we should be doing as moms while like our kids are away or our kids are sleeping. I just envisioned kind of chatting about this. So it's kind of like full circle moment to be sharing it right now in front of the camera with you guys. These are just my notes. That's what I'm looking at. I feel like doing something when babies are away or, like I said, asleep, doing something for you that like fills you up is like, I don't know, like, I think that's why I'm burnt out. Like any chance that I get, like where babies are taken care of or busy or elsewhere, I have really not implemented these S's in my day-to-day. So I'm like, you know what? I think there's something to this. I'm going to share this with my moms. Sleep, sex, shower, sit, scroll, sweat, and shop. I'm like, there is something to this. I think I also had sweep on this list because sometimes I enjoy cleaning when my kids are sleeping or they're like away. But mamas, let's try to be aware of our burnout levels before we reach that moment of like pure exhaustion. Like, I am making a promise to myself from here on out, the next 10 weeks at least, to just not let myself get to the point where I'm just like, I just need a pedicure. Like, I just want to like be proactive for myself, with myself, and just like recognize that I'm a human too. And like, it's not selfish to want to go to the grocery store by yourself. Like, I feel like my husband and I, we are so family forward, like in our little unit. Like, we really, really try to do everything as a family, and which I think is beautiful. And like, that's why I married Aaron, because that's exactly how I wanted to raise kids. But I can recognize that sometimes I'm like, okay, I think I should go to Safeway by myself. And like, if going to Safeway by myself sounds like vacation, I'm already past the burnout threshold. You know what I mean? Like, shame on me, Dre, for like, go to Target alone sometimes, easier said than done. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's just been a lot going on, and great things, but man, I'm tired. Okay, so I just finished my doctor's appointment. Update on baby. Everything sounded great. I'm growing great. I only gained a couple pounds since like 6 weeks ago when I was here. It's been like forever since I've been here. I blame burnout. She was really happy with everything she saw today, as was I. Like, I feel like I finally got a doctor on my 4th pregnancy that doesn't make me feel like a total failure, and like, we just chat and we vibe, and she's just like really calming. And so shout out Dr. Snively, you are great. I also, in this episode, really wanted to reveal baby girl's name. I'm kind of awkward. Like, Aaron and I were talking about this, like, with like introducing the name or like revealing a baby's name. Like, it just kind of sometimes feels really like low-key cringe. And it's like, how do we do it? When do we do it? Like, if someone asks, we'll just tell them. And it's like this moment of like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't even know, like, you didn't even tell anyone else. And it's like, I don't know, like 4th kid vibe. Baby girl, drum roll please. When it came to picking a name, I really wanted, after we had Theodore, like, I wanted this name, this baby, to have a name that wasn't such a mouthful. So for a while, I was really stuck on May, like M-A-E. And it was funny, recently Aaron brought it up to me. He was like, what about Mabel? Like, we really liked that years ago. And I feel like I totally like wrote it off in my brain. Corey, before we knew the sex of Corey, it was between Corey and Mabel. And naturally, we had a boy, and I think I just kind of wrote off the name Mabel in my brain. And he's now almost 5. So when Aaron brought up the name, I was like, can we use that name again for a baby? Like, is that a thing? Like, I don't know. So I sat on it for a minute, and I feel like the longer I sat on it, like, I really like how it all sounds together. So, like with all the rest of the kids' names. So, that's super exciting. That was something I wanted to share with you ladies on here. Little Mabel will be here in just about like 60 days. I was looking at the calendar today. I'm like, I'm literally like 60 days away from my due date. So that's pretty crazy. I got to pre-register for the hospital soon and all of that jazz. Like, what is happening? Okay, and side note, I was talking to my doctor today, and although she's not going to be the doctor delivering my baby, we have Kaiser. And I don't know if it's with every hospital, but with the hospital that I go to, they have a team of midwives that are going to be delivering baby May. And, so I know she's not someone to like ask, but I just kind of brought it up like, hey, like, I am going to be filming, vlogging, whatever you want to call it, my labor personally, between me and my husband, like, who do I talk to about, like, making sure everyone is comfortable with that in my room and all of that. And she pretty much told me, she's like, honestly, Dre, like, you're just gonna need to mention it to the staff there the night or the day or whenever you go in, and just kind of work it out with them. But you know, she was so cute. She's like, Dre, this is not an uncommon thing that's brought up, so like it should be just fine. But with that, I was like, you know, the fact that I have the camera, like, you know, out and about right now, I'm just like, okay, this feels a little more vloggy, and I don't know if I like it. But I can admit that I feel slightly uncomfortable with it, because I'm like, are people watching me? This is weird. Like, who do I think I am? But you know, to want to do this and capture everything at the hospital, like, I'm gonna need to be a little comfortable with it. So, here we are. Yay for me stepping out of my comfort zone. Let's give ourselves grace. Do I sound like a broken record? I think I've said that in every single episode I've recorded so far. The burnout is real, moms. If you can take anything away from this video, take it from me, a mom who at times is so burnt out. Just give yourself grace. I'm growing a human, and, you know, I have a lot going on. This is just me, like, reflecting on my own burnout. Like, why am I so hard on myself? Like, I wouldn't talk to any of my friends the way that I talk to myself. Like, it's wild how critical I am of everything I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And, you know, I should be walking more this week, and I really should have spent more time with my husband last night, or I, you know, was a little short with one of my kids yesterday. Like, we need to recognize and celebrate all of the great that we're doing as moms, and like try not to tear ourselves down, like, right off the jump. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, burnout is real, and it's something that I knew I always wanted to touch on. And I felt like taking 2 months off YouTube, because I have felt burnt out. It feels very fitting for this video. So yeah, I hope to be a little more consistent throughout the next 10 weeks, leading up to my labor, because I cannot wait to share that experience with you ladies. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, I ask that you please do so. Turn those little notifications on, and I'm so happy for anyone that wants to come along with my YouTube journey. It's like I said, it's been so fun to connect with you ladies. And although, you know, it's been a minute since I filmed, still having the tool of Instagram to chat with you ladies has just been great, because it's a little more direct, and, you know, we're so accessible all the time, which, you know, in times is good and bad. But it's been nice to, like, you know, through my burnout, still keep in contact with you ladies, and still connect and feel less alone in times of hardship. So I just appreciate all of you being here and keeping up with me and supporting me in all things hype. Please comment below what you guys want to talk about on the next episode of Hype Her Up. Thank you so much for being here. Your support means everything to me. I am Drea Hernandez. Thank you for watching. Bye.